Here are some truths that all of you should know. The first being, know who God is, know who the devil is, and know who you are. Now, that's 3 parts, but it's still the first thing you should know. And the first thing is for man, even though we are the greatest thing that is under the heavens, and the heavens consist of the sun, moon, and stars, and they are all planets. Yes, the sun is a planet, just as the stars are planets, just as our earth is a planet. But know this truth of God, that it's 3 kingdoms. 3 kingdoms only. Now, some might try to refute this, but I tell you, and I promise you, there are only 3 kingdoms. And I say this, and no man, no matter what his religion or what thought he or way he has that he might follow by, can dispute it. And then you might have the idiots that'll come, and I can name a few off the top of my head, but I shall not. But you'll have some idiots that come and say, no, you got the animal kingdom, you got the lion kingdom, you got the kingdom. No, these are all the kingdom of earth. Do you understand? On the kingdom of earth, there's every animal kingdom that you could think of, under, above, and on. I mean, under the waters, above in the sky, and on the earth. All the kingdoms you can name are just part of the kingdom of the earth, which is one of the kingdoms. And it is considered the first kingdom because of us, the last things that was ever made, man. We are why the kingdom of earth, though not first, and not even last, we are. But we are more important than any other kingdom, including the kingdom of heaven. Yes, the kingdom of earth. It is the first of the kingdoms, though not made first it was. For the kingdom of heaven is the first kingdom. But, as I said, because of us, man, the kingdom of earth stands before the one who made all 3 kingdoms. We stand first. Even in that realm of the angels. Man, we're first. And yes, you can order the angels around, but only by the power of him that is God. And though it's ordered by God, it is all done by the Father, the one whom God is the only begotten of. So when I tell you that all you pastors, you go around saying God created everything, shows me that none of you know who God is. If I tell you God made nothing, and even if you know who God is, but see, that's the misconception right there. Because of the faith of Islam, many people say that no, God is not that man that they call Jesus. Well, they call him Jesus today, but they say no, Jesus is not God. Well, okay, that name that they call that one who was God when he did walk this earth, approximately over 2,000 years ago now. Okay, he wasn't called Jesus, but he wasn't called Allah. He wasn't even called Isa. I mean, these are names that's been carried down through time, and they have changed. Just as everything changes with time. And you might find that hard to believe. But I learned a game called telephone when I was but a mere 5 or 6 years old. And in this game called telephone, it would be 5 of us playing. And we'll whisper 3 words into the next person's ear. And by the time it got to the 5th person, the 3 words had changed. So, look at your books that you read all your scriptures out of, that you seek to know God out of. I tell you, none of your books will you find who God truly is. Oh, they'll show you that there is a God, but that's all they can do is show you. They can't tell you who God is, because all the books tell you God created all things. But then you could read some more books. And yes, they have books and uncovering pages of books, even unto this very day. And these pages to the books that they are uncovering is just doctrine from millenniums ago. So that I tell you, all these things that you read in your Torah, your Quran, and your King James Holy Bible, okay, it's doctrine that is of truth. Yes, it is there. But also mixed in with that truth is man's understanding to it. And hence where you all get lost. Because if you look at the one who you should know and bear witness he is God and is the only one that is God, there's no other God formed before him or after him. And this is written. And if there's no God formed before or after, that means that God was made. And he's only one. And no other God shall be made after him. Yet, man, we have made many gods. In fact, even to this day, I hear so many of the Islamic faith say, oh, the Islamic faith say, oh, the white man is the devil and the black man is God. Automatically making God more than one. Making the devil more than one. That I tell you, the devil is one entity and God is one entity. And both of them were formed. They were made. For this is what form means. To be made. Just as man was made or formed from the dust of the earth. Do you understand? So if it tells you, and I believe it's in Isaiah, somewhere in the book of Isaiah, and I can't recall anything else, but I know it's in Isaiah, that the one who is God, he was speaking to one of his disciples, and look, I just don't want to get into all that, because I really don't read your books. I don't have to. Everything I tell you comes from heaven. So let me end this video with what I started with. There are 3 kingdoms and 3 kingdoms only. There's the kingdom of the heavens, there's the kingdom of earth, and there's the kingdom of hell. The kingdom of the heavens is everything above you. The universe itself, which is so vast that you do not know, no man knows everything that the universe consists of. And I'll tell you, there's oh so much that the Father, the one, not God, but the Father. And there's only one who is the Father, and the one who is God is the only begotten of that one who is the Father. And it is that Father that made all things. So that kingdom of heaven, which you really can't see, that's the first kingdom. Then you have the kingdom of hell, which even though it was before the kingdom of earth. Well, I ain't gonna say it was before the kingdom of earth, but it was before man that the kingdom of hell thus was made. But it was made because of man. See, you didn't have the kingdom of hell until man came in the picture. Then you had kingdom of heaven, kingdom of hell, and the kingdom of earth. Even though the earth was here, the earth and nor any other planet ever was even considered a kingdom until we were made. And man, you and me, we were the last things made. So that I tell you, it is so, everything that you see, the stars, the moon, the sun, the water, the creatures, all the animals that dwell on the earth, they were here before you. Everything in the kingdom of heaven, the angels and all the things, the many planets and all the life that lives that lives everywhere, that you can't see right now, that you don't even know of, that's every day around you. The kingdom of heaven. Then the kingdom of hell. Now where does hell lie? Everybody wishes to know, where is hell? Because they just speak of this lake of fire. But they don't tell you what the fire is. Well, let me share with you. They tell you in the last days shall come the Son of Man. Now, all of y'all, when they say Son of Man, you think of Jesus. And I don't know why. Why would you think of Jesus when they say Son of Man? Because the one, that man we call Jesus today, he was the son of no man. He was the son of a woman. But the one who was his father was no man. And yet, all of you who are Muslims, you'd be like, no, it takes a man and a woman to make life. Oh, yeah, it does. But there are exceptions. And he was and is and shall always only be that one exception. Because there was a man that came unto this world the same way all men do, through the womb of a woman, yet that woman was untouched by any man. Yes, she was what you call a virgin, and she had a child, conceived a child, and her conception was done by the Father who had created all things. And as I say, the last things that Father made is us, man. And so, know now what the three kingdoms are. And they're not 7 heavens. No. There's only one heaven, and there's 3 parts of it. And those 3 parts that make up the heavens is the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of earth, and the kingdom of hell. And that kingdom of hell, in the last days, the Son of Man shall come. What do you think the Son of Man is? See that ball that we watch every morning when it comes up and it heats our planets? As a matter of fact, it heats the whole universe. It gives light unto all the planets. The Son of Man. That's that fire that's coming. The earth is going to burn up. At least us, man, we start living accordingly to way the heavens and those who are in it did give to us to live. And that's by love. So all you leaders of nations, y'all still, I told y'all back in 2016, stop with your nuclear. Stop trying to build nuclear energy, or you could mess around with it, but don't try to build weapons from it. North Korea or South Korea won when your whole planet that you was doing your nuclear weapon testing, it all fell. Now China, I hear you shooting. Y'all better stop. All your weapons, stop making them. There's a new world to be built. There's a new law coming. And I'm bringing it. It's not from me, but I'm giving it to you. It comes from Wah. It comes from the heavens. These things that I tell you, this way that I tell you, you should abide by. And you should start to live by. I mean, all your fighting and bickering, it's all about stupidity. I swear to God, anything that you leaders of nations could attempt to fight for, like you over in Pakistan and Iran with Israel, and you fools. You want them men to get from that part of the land? Why? You think that part of the land is the land that's holy? Oh, the holiness has left that land long ago. You are fighting fools over there. And all you do is just brother turning against brother. Son turning against father. Daughter turning against mother. And do you know why? Do you think that means like in your household that you, a mother and a daughter fights? No. That's not what the scriptures is showing you when it says son against father and brother against brother. It's telling you that, yo, listen, you from Pakistan that's fighting them over in Israel, from Iran, Israel, you know that war y'all got going with the Jews over there. All of you that's going over there and hurting them, you're hurting your brother. You're hurting your mothers. No matter what their nationality. Do you understand that the one who walked with God, and the only reason why God walked with him is because he had the favor of the Father. And that's Abraham, whose later name was changed to Abraham, who was told to be the father of many nations. And he was, because of his 12 sons. Which of the youngest of them, the one you call Jacob, Yaakov, that you got all the different colors of shades of man now, that you try to separate ourselves from. But yet, remember Noah, whom under a rainbow sign? You know what a rainbow is? It's like so many colors, but they all blend into one. Do you understand the concept of why even it was promised to Noah under the rainbow sign? And forget that LGBTQ community when they put the rainbow up. No. They have a whole different meaning. They changed it. But the reason why that rainbow was used above Noah's head when the Father was making his pact with him was because as Abraham is the father of many nations, and every color of skin down from white, Chinese, Indian, black, and every race. We all Abraham's children. We all represent the color of that rainbow. But we don't do it. Because like that rainbow, it shines so many colors, but they shine as one. That's the only thing we ain't doing yet. Because we fighting each other. You over in Iran, you think you got to take the land of Israel over because you're the ones that the land belonged to. You stupid. The whole earth was given to man. How stupid are you? Trying to fight for something that somebody else has right now. If you want what they have, then help them. And help them maintain. That's all you need to do in life, is help life maintain itself. And all things given. I'm about to end this video because I made it long enough, and before I really get off into a road that I really want to go in, because condemnation is coming to many of you. Like, you look at the news and everybody getting shot and all this bad thing, that bad thing happening. Y'all really need to take notice of who it's happening to and where it's happening at. Do you really need I spell it out for you? Well, it don't happen amongst the good, not those who are good. Now you might have those who portray to be good, but when the light is off of them, oh, they evil as hell. I love you all. Just want y'all to wake up and know the truth concerning the heavens, because that's the only truth that concerns you in life. And know that the heavens is coming and it's wiping away a lot of things already, but more is to come. More that I don't want to see come, and trust me, you don't want to see it either. And I know the way to make that it shall not have to be seen. Just want y'all to give me an ear. Listen to these words I speak. Peace.